Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. It's time for a weekly catch-up, Friday sauce type of video. I couldn't come over here on Friday. My hay fever was driving me insane and I just couldn't get handle of it. So I decided I'm gonna postpone this for my video for a day or two, and hopefully the antihistamines increased dose will kick in and I can breathe and actually talk to you. And it did, so I'm recording this video today. We are expecting rain soon, hopefully, actually, here in Ireland. I know it sounds awful, but I miss rain. And also, rain helps with the volume of the pollen, so for me, it's very important. I have a good few things to share with you, so I'm gonna start. First, what I'm wearing. It is my newest make for me. It's Simplicity 9469. That's the blouse that almost made it to Sew April Blouse Sewing Challenge. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I completely missed the day when the 1st of May was. I was totally convinced it was on Saturday, which was actually the 3rd of May. Yeah, I think 3rd or 2nd of May. Anyway, I messed up and I didn't get to enter. But nonetheless, the blouse is finished. I love it. I didn't love sewing it. Pattern is okay. I do still need to tweak the pattern a little bit for the next version. I think I need to make a bigger FBA for it because I do get tiny bit of pulling around my bust, and but I only need to adjust the front. I don't think I need to adjust the back, and I do need to lower the arm side. I had horrible time with this fabric. If you ever touch a slime, the thingy that kids play with or they used to play with, imagine this as a flat thing that's fray like mud and you have to sew with it. That's how this fabric felt to me. Don't get me wrong, it's fabulous viscose satin. It's 100% viscose. I got it from Stoffen last year. But because it's very shiny, it's very slippery and it frays like there is no tomorrow. I mentioned in one of my previous Friday sews that I messed up with the facing, completely forgot that I need to adjust this as well. I think for the next time I'm gonna opt for a lining of the top part, kind of like almost like to below the bust line, because I don't like how you can actually see a little bit where the facing is finishing. It bothers me, so I'm gonna change that for the next time. And for the next time I'm also gonna change a little bit about the hem. I think it's a little bit too long for me, so I'm gonna shorten it by 1/2 inch. But overall, pattern is great. I highly recommend. It's really easy pattern. Fabric not necessarily. I had tons of adventures with sleeves, actually finishing the sleeve. I was trying to do the hem, just rolled little hem and then folded over by 1.5 centimeters so I can do channel for the elastic. This fabric made me consider quitting sewing in general. I couldn't get it to work. I even did an additional running stitch just so I can fold it. Nope, it was stretching, it was bulging, it was doing weird things, and at some point I said, I'm done. I'm done, I'm not sewing anything else. So I was trying to finish my blouse when I was watching live by Easy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews when she was making a dress for the project Dress a Girl. I actually had to abandon the blouse at that moment and focus on doing something else. And I started one of the dresses for project Dress a Girl because I was getting so frustrated. After sleeping on it and having a little bit think through what I can do. I dig out the remnants of the fabric, like basically the scraps that I had, and I decided to make cuffs with elastic casing and then gather the sleeves and attach everything together. So here they are. So I made the cuff roughly 5 6 centimeters wide, so double the length, so it was 12 centimeters wide. I did elastic casing, and I left the top of the cuff loose, kind of like little ruffle type of thing. I did similar thing on Alice's confirmation dress, and I did love that feature. It's feminine, but it's not too feminine, so it seems like something that uh, suits me and my style. So I will stand up a little bit. As you can see, it's not too revealing. It's nice enough, and I think it's great office type blouse. I will definitely make this pattern again. The next make I made is a little dress for Project Dress a Girl. I cut it out last year at some point and I never finished it. Basically just cut it out and that's it. And I dig it out during Easy's life, and I decided I'm gonna work on this. So the top part is a pattern by Alisa from Thoughtful Creativity from a few years ago, and the bottom I just basically did gathered skirt with little pockets. I did decorative stitches on the sides and just triple zigzag on the bottom. I had a little I would say brain fart. That's the best way to describe, because I had the dress cut out, but it was cut out without any opening at the back. And I did remember that I was planning to hack it somehow, do something with ties, but I couldn't really remember what I was really planning to do with. I need to remember to put the notes with the cutout project at the moment when I'm cutting out what I'm thinking of doing with it, because my memory is not the same and I keep forgetting stuff. So I just did double bias binding so they can be tied on the top, and I think it turned out adorable. The next sewing project is a dress that I finished yesterday at Sewing Sewcial. So it's dress by it's pheasant dress by Scattered Thoughts of the Crafty Mom. I don't remember the size I did. I think it's like 8 or 10 years old. I added the ties at the sides and big pockets, so the ties can be tied at the front or at the back. And I did something new to me with the casing around the sleeves and around the neckline. Basically, I added bias binding, didn't fully close it, encased elastic in it, and then closed up the gap. So basically, I did like elastic channel using bias binding, and I think it adds a little bit more, tiny bit more coverage on the top. Plus, it's a nice feature, and I absolutely love the contrast of this mustard fabric with black and white gingham. I think it's adorable, and I hope the little girl will like it. The next thing I made is a zipper pouch. I don't have it with me because I gifted it to my sister-in-law. She loved it when I come back from Sewing Sewcial, so I give it to her, and I hope it will serve her well. So these are all the things that I made. However, last week I had a mending alteration week. So my mending pile, although there's still a good few bits on it, it's kind of mending alterations type of pile, but I knocked down a few things out of it. First, there were Chris's trousers. I hate rehemming the trousers. I honestly hate that. But Chris bought two new pair of trousers, and they were a tiny bit too long. They weren't long enough that I can just cut off the original hem. I actually had to unpick it and then cut a bit and then hem it. I hate doing that. It took me 2 evenings to unpick the bottoms of those trousers because the thread was almost identical color as the trousers. All was dark gray, and it was very hard to unpick. But it's done and dusted, and I don't think I have to worry about his trousers for at least 6 months, if no longer. The next mending project I had to do before the summer starts, I had to fix 2 tiny holes in Alice's dungarees. So these are the dungarees that I made her 2 years ago. They still fit her because I made them originally longer and I just dropped the hem and we lower where the button is. They are roomy enough, so they fit her comfortably and she loves them. They are Ellie and Mac, the outstanding overalls. So when I was checking her wardrobe for her summer clothes and checking does anything needs extra wash or any mending, you know how it is with kids, I noticed that there are 2 tiny little rips in this fabric, and it's cotton canvas, and it frayed a lot when I was sewing with it. So I didn't want the holes to actually become bigger. It wasn't even that there were actual holes, they were like the threads were thinning out in 2 spots, basically here. So I interfaced the back, did a few rounds of small zigzag and few rounds of back and forward um, stitches, and it's barely visible. It's on the bottom of her leg, on the inside of the leg, so I don't think that will mm, be visible mending, and I'm glad I can get them back to her wardrobe. The last mending thing for Alice was fixing this t-shirt. So I made this t-shirt for her 2 years ago, and I made a set t-shirt and shorts, or maybe that was last year. I don't remember. Anyway, she didn't like the sleeves on the t-shirts. They were bothering her. She said they are too warm, and it's a viscose seersucker we got from Ecobee a few years ago. So I removed the sleeves, and I just finished the sides with the bias binding. I think it looks super cute, and because she has shorts in this fabric as well as black shorts and pink shorts, uh, they will all go together in kind of mini capsule. And the last alteration project is for me. I finally redid the neckline on this Galaxy T. If you watched my video probably last year, from around summertime, I think that was for So Fruity, I did mention that I need to finally alter the neckline on this Galaxy T. It was too high for me, and I didn't like that it was so close to my neck. I keep pulling it down. It was driving me insane. So I didn't want to compromise the back of the neck. For me, it was perfect spot. So I had to unpick the original neckband. And because I make my clothes to last, so I do put a bit of effort into how I finish the necklines, how I secure the seams, etc. Let's say it took me 3 hours to unpick that one neckline because I keep running into tucked in stitches and stuff like that that I didn't even remember doing. Anyway, and it was, of course, it had the back neckband, etc., and the label and everything, and so it's done. I'm still waiting to finish the bias binding on that top, but I have few tops that needs bias binding at the back, so I will just do one round of one session basically of doing bias binding so I can get it out of the way. Although I didn't make as many things as I was planning to, I'm very happy with the progress on my mending. It actually lowered the pile because I can see the pile directly in the corner of my eye just there. So there's my work in progress and my mending pile all in one go. And I'm very happy that I can actually see that it's getting down a little bit. I will be working on few mending projects or alterations projects over next few weeks. I want to get this pile as low as possible. So I promise myself that one day a week I need to do either alterations or mending or even prep for it, because unpicking stuff, it's not something that I enjoy. Not always I can do it in the evenings, because sometimes my eyes are just too tired to do it, or the lighting is not great in the evenings, because some things are like very dark and it's very hard to unpick something in the bulb light, not natural light. So I might sacrifice one of my sewing mornings for unpicking. But I'm extremely excited to get some of those clothes back in rotation. What else? I have been naughty girl. I have been buying stuff, and I bought a few patterns. So first of all, Ellie and Mac released a new pattern, and as soon as I saw it, I had to buy it. You all know I love a good wrap dress, and when I saw that wrap dress, there was no other option. I had to buy the pattern. So it's called Leonie wrap dress and top, and it looks fabulous. Honestly, it looks fabulous. It has very interesting way of tying the wrap thingy. There is a reel on Instagram explaining it. I actually absolutely love it. So I cannot wait to put it on my to-do list, probably for June. While I was buying the dress pattern, I had a quick look at Alice and Mac weekly sale patterns, and I spotted that they have Lindsay hoodie and top, and I didn't had it in this pattern in my stash, but I read so many lovely reviews and I seen so many gorgeous versions. I thought it would be great option for color blocking. It seems easy enough, and sometimes we all need easy pattern. And then Love Notions started sale, and I was like, no, I have majority of their patterns. I will be fine. I maybe need one or two. And then I watched video by Chris from on social. Then I saw few of her posts. Then I saw um, video by Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery, and video by Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles. And I ended up buying 4 patterns. So I got a Canton's dress, summer basic tank and dress, tempo sundress, and thinly short skirts and skirt. As you see, summer is on my mind. Apparently, we are expecting scorching summer in Ireland, which means the humidity will be driving us insane. Thanks God my hairdresser is coming back from maternity leave and I can go and get my hair cut, because my hair and humidity is not a good combination. And I'm excited about all those patterns. I actually wanted to start sewing with all of them. Don't know which one to start first. So yeah, I'm very excited about all of them. And then I got the patterns that I ordered some time ago from Vogue. A few weeks ago, Vogue had a sale, and I asked my local shop so if she can order some patterns for me while they were on the sale, and she did. So I got 2 patterns. One is 9008. It's for the shorts. As you see, summer is still on my mind. And the second one is 9181, is for the bootleg trousers. I absolutely love bootleg trousers. They're my favorite style of trousers, so I really want to give them a go. The shorts, they are potentially in my very near future. The trousers will wait closer to the autumn. I also bought some fabrics. I decided that I'm not gonna go with the buying ban anymore. I will do my own version of my stash challenge. Basically, I realized that if we are not buying from our local shops, they will be gone. And I try to support them within my means as much as I can. So recently, two of the fabric stores that I like had sales, so I got some fabrics from them during those sales, and because of the sale, I was able to stretch my coin a little bit more, and I got two fabrics for Alice and three for me. No, I'm very naughty. So first, I will start with fabrics from for Alice. Alice wants new shorts, basically the same summer kaya shorts I made for her for school, but she wants them for, like, leisure stuff, home stuff, etc., in different color than black, and it's something more breezy. So we picked this petrol. It's like a pastel petrol linen. It's cotton linen mix from Love Fabrics. Absolutely beautiful fabric. If they would have very bold, bright colors, I would probably get some for myself. But the majority of the colors they had were kind of muted, and I'm not into muted colors at the moment. So that's the one fabric. And this is the second fabric. That's fabric for the tempo dress she asked me to make her. We watched the Easy's from Dizzy Quilts and Sews Friday Sews previous week, and she shared that one of her plans is making tempo dress for Marianne. And Alice looked at the line drawings and she said, "I wouldn't mind dressing that." So, of course, I had to pick fabric for it. I talk a little bit more about this in my video about Sew Skin Summer Sewing Challenge. I will leave link to the video below. Go check it out. I hope you will like it. So that's the fabric. It arrived. It's fabulous. Honestly, if it wouldn't be that tiny print, I would go and order more of it. If it would be like, in a big scale, I don't know, 10 times bigger, I would want it for myself. But it's just too ditzy for me and for my figure. And there's a fabric that I got for myself. It's this. Isn't that fabulous? It's stretch cotton satin. Okay, I will show you the stretch. See? And I've been eyeing this fabric for last year, if not longer. And I decided I'm gonna buy some because it will get sold out, and then I will cry that I didn't get it when I had a chance. So while it was on a sale, I got meter and a half, and I'm thinking either of making myself a shirt type of uh, like basically the shirt type of garment that I can wear as a layering piece, or I'm more than ever tempted to make shorts with this fabric. Although white shorts, I'm not sure if that's the reasonable thing to do, but we will see. Next two fabrics are from Crafty Studio. First is this gorgeous viscose challis. I got just a meter because I want to make just plain basic tank top, and it's just lovely. It's very lovely quality, very nice, and I think it will look perfectly on me. Um, as I mentioned, I ordered only 1 meter. I want to make one of the new look patterns, just one of the tank tops. I have a problem with my words today, and I think it will be great addition to my wardrobe. I have black trousers. I have what it's called, cobalt trousers, and few other garments that I can wear this with. So I think it will be great overall. Maybe not whole year, but basically spring to late autumn basic. The second fabric I got from them is viscose jersey. It's not the fabric that I originally ordered. However, they ran out of the fabric that I wanted. So they asked me what I would like in exchange, and that's what I picked. It's gorgeous viscose jersey. It's fabulous. and I think I'm gonna make a summer dress out of it. Something flowy, nothing too restrictive. I'm thinking a laundry day tee or something like that. The next fabric I picked yesterday doing Sewing Social. It's I think it's called cotton tick. I never actually knew the fabric that's called like that, but I know that I had it in my stash a few times because I recognize the texture basically. It's cream and green, although I do prefer white with green. The options were everything was basically cream, another color, and I decided that would be perfect for shorts, and I got meter and a half, so I should get enough for a wide leg shorts for me. The Vogue pattern that I got will be my go-to, and if there will be enough, I'm gonna make myself a beach bag out of the remnants. And the last fabric I have here is cotton twill. It arrived in my order from Ecobee. So previous previous week I ordered some webbing, some zipper tape, some haberdashery from Ecobee. I just wanted to make sure that I'm stocked up, especially for the bag making supplies, because I'm on the bag making kick. And I thought that, I'm gonna get some fabric for shorts or light summer trousers. And I got this cotton twill because I had it already in black and navy. I knew it's great to work with. That's the cotton twill that I made Alice's shorts in. So hers were in black. And I have 2 meters here, and I'm thinking of doing just long trousers for me, something like, with straight leg, almost like a jeans, but not a jeans. So for near future, I'm done with buying fabrics for next few weeks. I promise myself I'm gonna stay off fabrics until I will sew up at least those 3 fabrics that I recently bought from So in Nace. So if you watched my previous videos, you know that I got a stripy cotton jersey with white and green stripes. I got viscose with black background and red gigantic poppies, and today I got the cotton tick fabric. So I want to make those 3 fabrics as a priority over next coming few weeks before I can buy another fabric from So. So my appeal is, if you have a local fabric store that you love, try to support them. It doesn't have to be buying fabric, it could be buying notions or haberdashery or additional things like bias binding. It could be attending workshops or Sewing Social or any other events they are doing. It could be making something with the fabrics you already have in your stash and tagging the shop while posting on social media, basically to spread the awareness that this shop exists, uh, and so we don't lose more shops that are around. These are all the fabrics that I bought. Live update now. My washing machine broke last Saturday. I had to get the new one. It was finally delivered yesterday. I did knew that it's gonna take a good few days because we had bank holidays before it will be delivered. So I spent whole morning today washing. I think I'm on the washing number 4. Alice had her exams to secondary school. She feels they went okay. We have gorgeous weather in Ireland. We had few days when it was gorgeous sun but very cold, but still it was gorgeous sun. So I'm enjoying working a bit in the garden and getting rid of all the slugs that are trying to eat my plants. I have first like little bats on my tomato plants, so I'm very excited about this. I went to Sewing Social yesterday and I had a ball. It was a little bit quieter than the previous 2 Sewing Social. There was less of us, but it was brilliant nonetheless. We had great chats and it was great fun. And I can hear that one of my neighbors is starting work in his uh, what it's called, in his workshop. My neighbor is a carpenter. Actually, it's kind of like his hobby, so it might get very noisy soon. So I better wrap it up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't watched my video for Sew Skin Summer, I will leave link down below. Go check it out. Have a wonderful Sunday, and don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. Happy sewing. Bye.